We put a Newport solid fuel heater on the boat before we left Maine. It's made by Dickinson. Everything's pretty self-explanatory on their website on buying it. But what we did a little bit different is we bought pellets to burn in it rather than the suggested wood or charcoal or coal or anything else that they recommended. There wasn't a whole lot on the pellets, so I want to do a quick video just kind of showing you how we do it and what we do. We made landfall in Ireland. We crossed the Atlantic, and every single day, except for 2 days we were in a hotel, we've had a fire on the boat. Before we left Maine, we bought 40 pounds worth of pellets, and today's September 11th, in about 2 weeks, probably 12 fires, we've maybe used 12 pounds, maybe 15 pounds. So we still haven't even gone through the first bag. And what we end up doing is we make a fire for about 2 hours every night. And it takes a little bit of work to get it going, but then keeping it going is pretty easy with the pellets. What we got in the habit of doing is any paper towels that we use throughout the day, or even like toilet paper, cardboard, and paper bags and stuff like that, we just throw it in, and it makes a nice base because these little guys have a tendency to fall through the grate itself. We started with a cup, and it just wasn't good enough to get airflow from the bottom of it. And once we get the paper towels in the base, I usually take 3 or 4 handfuls and put that in there. And I always make a huge mess that I get to clean up in the morning. And once I get a nice little bed of these in here, they don't light really easy. So that was the biggest, like, I guess, disappointment about these, is that they didn't light super easily. So we bought, these are usually about this big. We bought a 12-pack of fire starters, and this is probably a little bit more than what I normally use, but it breaks up pretty easy. And I put them right on top of there and light away. So usually, just to get it burning, just to get all these little pellets kicked off and going, takes 20 minutes. So it's exactly 10:57 right now. We're starting a pretty late fire. And you can see that I've got 2 of them in there, which is more than what I normally do. But for the sake of this video, I wanted this fire to go a little bit faster. And then close the little lid, because you can hear Erica whispering in the back of the video saying, please don't poke the fire. Because...
with the lighter.
Yeah. So right about here, this is still the first batch. We're about 20 minutes in. It's 11:23, and they're burnt down to nice embers. They're still putting off a lot of heat. The only thing that I learned is that if you stop now, you have to rebuild the whole fire again. So this is where I add some more. The tricky thing with this door is right here at the lip, these pellets fit perfectly, and then you can't close it. So I can't get my hand into a hot ember bed. So what I've done is I've created a little scooper. It's just a Coke can cut like a scoop. So this part of it, you get about maybe 10 or 15 minutes per little scoopful. And what I do, see if I can show you, is I try to get as far in as I can and dump it right onto that hot fire bed. You see exactly what I was talking about happened. I got one of those guys lodged right in there. So you just take a little piece of cardboard and shoo it out of there. But you have to be careful because it falls all the way out to the bottom. So if you end up with a hot one, just make sure it doesn't burn a hole in your upholstery. Close it up. And this part of it actually takes almost exactly 4 minutes. The heat from the embers ends up igniting everything in there. And that's how our fire burns. Once those pellets burn down, we add another scoop. So it's burned down, add another scoop. Basically add the scoop before your hot embers go away. The bag that we use of pellets, this bag here, burns for a good 2 hours, and that's more than enough. We're in cold, damp conditions in Ireland. That's more than enough to dry the boat out, warm it up, and enjoy a nice toasty fire.